Hello and welcome to the 10 o'clock news with Hannah Carr
and Emma Weinbrand.
Tonight's leading story is a story about sex pest monkeys running riot in Africa. Sex pest monkeys are destroying crops in a Kenyan village, leaving locals relying on famine relief food. Female farmers in Machine claim a gang of around 300 monkeys are eating their crops, pelting them with stones and gesturing at the women's breasts and their own genitals. The Kenya Wildlife Service is investigating the situation. What cheeky monkeys? Over to you, Emma.
Now, loft insulation has become a burning issue in Australia as the government has launched a very much backfired loft insulation scheme. They've hired underqualified builders to nail the loft insulation, unfortunately to nearby electrical wiring, which has led to one home being set on fire. Thousands are feared at risk, and the MP involved has been called on to resign. Over to you, Hannah.
Thank you. Indian climate scientist Dr. Rajendra Pachauri has made an unexpected departure from his day job by writing a racy romance novel. Return to Almora follows the sexual exploits of the fictional climate change scientist Sanjay Nath as he travels across the globe. It remains to be seen how the novel will go down in the academic world, but one thing's for sure, it certainly promises to be a unique read. Over to you.
Now, pumpkins are used for a lot of things, but one man has found an ingenious use for the vegetable. Medwin Williams, who is a 67-year-old pensioner, is planning to travel to the Isle of Man in a pumpkin which he will use as a boat. This will go to raise money for the Help the Heroes charity, and he has named his pumpkin HMV Cinderella, Her Majesty's Vegetable, and it will include a motor and a seat. Over to you, Hannah.
And finally, an anti-whaling activist is in trouble with the Japanese authorities after jumping aboard a whaling ship unauthorised. Pete Bethany intended to stage a citizen's arrest on the captain of the Shiran Marie 2, who had caused damage to his ship in a collision last month. The Japanese government is now deciding whether to charge the man with piracy.
One woman has relied on guidance from the spirit world to end cruelty to animals. Amy Woodbury in New Zealand has sold 2 ghosts she claimed were living in her house, all in aid of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The auction has raised $2,830 New Zealand dollars in total, which would be the equivalent of £1,329. Now that's what we call an expensive spirit.
Okay, and that's all from us for now. Thank you and good night.